All right, it looks like I am live. I wanted to kind of bust in today and talk to you about a couple things. First and foremost, one of the people that I follow online that I absolutely dig, and I'm looking at the right place now. I was looking straight ahead at the place I used to look at. I'll explain why. Andrew Lane is a absolutely great guy. He and his wife Steffi have a program that is just absolutely great. I will make sure that I talk about it in future episodes. Um, but one of the things that Andrew was talking about was using his iPhone as a camera. Now, I do that as well. One of the things I want to show you is why this particular camera here is what the camera would look like if I used, I believe this is it. Yes. This is a webcam. You'll look and see that I'm very washed out. You can go through and fix the temperature on these and the saturation and the brightness and all that stuff. But so far as just looking, I guess more, uh, um, genuine, to the way that I look. I'm not nearly this white. I am using studio lights. If I tilt my glasses, you can kind of see them in the side here. This is a rig that I have in front of me, but the look is not real. This is very real. This is coming from my iPhone. Now, interestingly enough, I had to do a little bit of kind of tweaking on this rig that I created. I'm going to show you a picture of what it looks like in front of me. So this is looking on the other side of the camera. If you look at what I'm holding in that picture, you'll see that it is essentially a phone clamp. Now, that clamp is set only for being able to be in horizontal. So, as an example, if you had that up in front of you, then I would have to put the phone into it. And then if you look, there's a little screw on the bottom of it. And I'd have to screw the phone into it. So if I got a call or if something was happening, I had to stop abruptly, I would have to go through and take the phone out of that by unscrewing it. And it just a real big pain. But with the piece that is on the left of my hand, you'll see that it's that big round, what looks like a circle there. That is this particular piece. And so that is viewing from the way I'm seeing, and that is using the magnet that's on the back of the iPhone. So all I have to do is literally just go through and click that in attach that on by just affixing it to that magnet, and I'm ready to go. Okay, and when I'm done, all I have to do is reach up and take it off. Now, conversely, if I wanted to go to vertical to do like a reel or a TikTok or something of that nature, then all I'd have to do is literally turn that around the other direction, and it will be out of the way of the other apparatus there. And so that rig now is much easier to maintain. So I can literally just reach up and, just kind of pull I guess I need to turn both these off. There we go. I just need to basically reach up and affix that to that magnet. So much easier. And I was actually doing this prior to seeing that message from Andrew. But it's just a great way of being able to have a high quality video. And sadly enough, these real high dollar cameras that I have, not so much the DSLR, because the DSLR looks really good, but it's really the lens and stuff, which is very expensive. that makes it look really good, and it's just not easy. I mean, it's not hard, but it's not simple by any means to go through and set up a DSLR. So and then you can't use it as a camera because you have all sorts of other things hooked to it. I mean, like fake batteries and just all sorts of things that don't work with this. I'm ready to go. The only caveat is if a call comes in, I don't have it set to private right now, so that could be an issue. But other than that, everything else is good. So I think this looks much, much better than a studio camera. I mean, this is just the iPhone. Now, not that the iPhone's cheap by any means, but I just think it looks a lot better. So anyway, that was a long-winded way of telling you that if you're looking for a way to go through and have at least the video portion taken care of, an iPhone is just fine. And by the way, you don't need to have the fancy rig and magnetics and all that stuff. You can literally have your iPhone propped up on a stack of books and be ready to go. So anyway, that's that. So the second thing I want to talk to you about is a meeting that I had with a buddy of mine yesterday. He is in a situation where he's not real keen on what he's currently doing. He and I have, been in, a couple different industries, at the same time, started off in tech together. He worked his way up through tech, and then got into another industry. And it's just not a situation that is perfect for him right now. And so what I would tell you, and I'm going to go through and mute my computer so you're not hearing the binging and the bonging. But the message I want to talk to you guys about today is, and I'll go into as very little about the first part of it as possible because you've already heard this. But 8 years ago, almost 9, I was in a situation where I just was not happy, and was let go from my job, which it was not a perfect situation in any way, shape, or form, but it forced me into doing what I do today. Okay. And so what I would tell you is, 8 years later, I'm working from home. I have incredible clients. I have a situation where, I am making more than I ever made, in those previous jobs, but yet I have a 10-step commute. I work here in the war room. Life is good. I can go and have, lunch with my buddy. He was on his lunch break. I was just going to lunch. So what I would tell you is if you're in the situation that he's in, because he's in a very similar situation to me, same sort of age. I'll be 56 this year. And when you are 56 and you're starting in a new career, it can be very daunting, okay? Because number one, people are getting rid of people that age. There's some places that when you hit that age, they are starting to talk to you about early retirement, taking packages, probably because of healthcare and things like that. The healthcare starts to get a little dicey at our age. And I'm not old, guys. I'm just telling you that at 55, people aren't looking to get people that are long in the tooth. So it is a situation where if you're trying to navigate a new profession at this age, you really should do what I'm going to talk to you about right now. And, there's a saying out there that, what's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. Okay. But the situation I'm talking to you about today is side hustles, okay, and having something now for later, okay. Now, this isn't going to help my friend, but it would have helped my friend had they had a side hustle, okay. And what that side hustle will do for you is hopefully in a perfect world, take you from sometime to part-time to full-time, which is what I did 8 years ago. 8 years ago, this was something that I did kind of behind the scenes, and now it's what I do full time. Okay. But it didn't start off that way. It started off by flight or fight. Okay. Literally getting backed into a corner by getting let go this time during the holidays, to doing more of it and more of it and more of it and more of it, to the point that now, yesterday, and posted today, 255 podcasts in a row that we've done for one of my clients. Another one of my clients, way over, probably about 200 as well. And for sure over 200. And these have been consistent podcasts, consistent social media, consistent, but it didn't start off that way. I'm talking about 250 weeks in a row, 255 weeks in a row. But you have to do 1 week, and then 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks, and then 4 weeks. And again, it doesn't happen overnight. It's at sometime part-time to full-time, but it can happen if you have it in place. And then in the future, if you have an issue, here's the thing, guys. If you have a situation where you're, absolutely doing great, you don't want to hear about it. You don't want to hear about a side hustle. You don't want to hear about any of that stuff. That's all well and good. If you're good now, that's fine. You might not need it right now, but maybe your church needs it. Maybe there's a local dog shelter that needs it. Maybe your kids, could use a boost up, in the form of down payments or paying for weddings or something else. Maybe, you have a friend, that needs it. If you don't need it, that's fine. Work something and get something going to where when you do need it, because here's the thing, guys, I'm in nutraceuticals. That's something that I do in a network marketing company that I'm in. You need to have that gut health, that skin health, that overall intestinal, health, that you don't know that it's in there doing what it's doing, but it's doing good stuff for you. Okay. Same thing. Okay. If you think that stuff is expensive, you don't even know what the cost will be down the road. Okay. So we could very well end up living over 100 years old these days. So I'm 50, I'll be 56 this year, here in exactly a month from now, God willing. And the thing that you want to think about is, what would you do if you lived another 45 years, 44 years? You might have enough for your retirement, maybe you don't. Okay. Maybe you don't. And so prepare now for later. Okay. So that can be an affiliate program or affiliate programs that you do. It could be courses that you offer. It could be, memberships that you offer, consulting, network, the before mentioned network marketing. There's a million and one things that you can do, but you got to do them. Okay. So you got to get something going to where you have that side hustle, to where if everything were to go south, you could say, no problem, I can lean on this. Okay. And this being any of the before mentioned things. Okay. So prepare now for then. If you do that, you're going to be way ahead of the game. My friend, has got, good savings and things like that, homeowner. So, there's things that they're going to be able to do that they'll be able to, kind of zig and zag and make the situation work. But many of you won't. Okay. And so what you want to do is prepare now for later. Okay. So again, do a side hustle, go to weswyatt.com, connect and engage with me. I'd love to talk to you about it. If you go there, there's going to be a little, sign-in form in the middle of the page that you can get on my newsletter. I'd be more than glad to talk to you about all the above that I just talked to you about. And then if you don't want to sign up for the newsletter, that's fine. You can go down to the bottom of the page, the right-hand corner, and there is a little thought bubble. click on that and let's wrap. I will tell you, I don't man that all the time, but I'd be more than glad to talk to you, leave a message, and I'll chat back and forth with you. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. So, couple things. Use your iPhone as video, and then prepare for later now, okay, by getting those side hustles, getting the the things in place now that will help you later, okay. And other than that, that's all I got for you. It's Wednesday. I hope you guys are I don't subscribe to the whole hump day thing. I think that that's a bad way of thinking about your week, but I hope that you're doing great, and as always, have a dynamite day. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye bye.